With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, Trackside. Once again, race fans here. The Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series fires things off for race number 8. In season number 5, the Max Motorsports 130 right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Drivers going to have 130 laps around this 1 mile flat track. Way up here in Loudon, New Hampshire. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from Trackside. There you can see track temperature over 110 degrees. It's going to give, or may give, some of these drivers a little bit of a fit here in qualifying. Speaking of qualifying, why don't we go ahead and get some of that information over to the left-hand side of your screen for you. Nobody laying down a time lap just yet. You can see the 92 of Cody Reed down there. Max Fonner going to put in his first time lap. James Watson, Ryan Bird goes second on the speed charts. It's going to be a fast and furious shootout here in qualifying. Just a 5-minute qualifying session, and we will head trackside for the national anthem here in just a few brief moments. Fonner takes the top spot for now with a quick time tonight in qualifying. 30.96 is the pole award for the time being. Thomas Walter, Dave Bush, Mark Damon, Cody Reed, Isaac Shelley, even the 20 of James Trammell yet to put in their time laps. Dylan Walterman, William Downham, and Mark Wright still to turn in their time lap. We're 2 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session. Fast, furious pace already. And the music, it's going to begin to fade out here in about 10 seconds or so. And we should begin to have a little bit more clear of a picture of who's going to take that top spot here in qualifying. And just as we say that, the Toyota Camry, piloted by Isaac Shelley, goes top of the speed charts. Quick time now belongs to Shelley. 30.95, the new fast time here in qualifying. Just a handful of drivers left. Looks like about 5 drivers left. 17 on the speed charts. Just about 22 drivers in the field here tonight. We'll see if Thomas Green can be our first repeat winner, or if we're going to see another fresh face as we get closer to the regular season and the playoffs starting. That's right, just tonight and 4 more weeks, so 5 weeks in total for drivers to try to fight themselves into a position to run for a championship. And I tell you what, while we got a little bit of a moment, why don't we go ahead and throw some of that championship information up for you. Let you follow along. Let's see where your favorite driver's at. How about Sean Huffstutler outside of your top 5 right now? Huffstutler sitting 63 points behind the overall season championship right now, but he is one of those drivers locked in with a race win this season, so look for him to be around in the post-season coming up in about 7 or 8 weeks or so when we get fired off for the championship rundown this season. Isaac Shelley, your pole sitter, your points leader, gonna lead him off of the starting grid from the front row. How about the nice little battle right there? Look at that. Cody Reed and Morris Bogan both going at it, knotted up 186 points apiece. So some tough little points battles coming down into these final handful of races in the regular season, and we'll see who punches their ticket tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Maxim Motorsports 130. And well, just like that, it's time to go trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
back live trackside as drivers make their way to their starting positions. Just a handful left to make their way through final pre-race inspection. There you can see most of the field already down and ready to go. And we begin to hear those familiar bells in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's the starting lineup in the Max Motorsports 130, starting inside row number 1, snatching the pole position inside of his Fast 98, the Toyota Camry of Isaac Shelley. Max Funner just to his outside. Big tip of the cap to Max Motorsports drivers. Back in row number 2, the 10, last week's race winner at Chicagoland Speedway. Gonna roll off inside row number 2, Ryan Bird, just to his outside. 44, Maurice Gamillion, and the 94 of Sean Huffstutler. Back in row number 3, row 4 here tonight, the 01 of Aaron Kralik, followed by Adam Westfield, James Watson, Cody Reed. Round out here in top 10, the 20 of James Trammell inside row number 6 with the 41 right beside him. Back in row number 7 tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Morris Bogan and Martin Morales. Mark Wright, Shane Wright, White back in row number 8, row 9, Dakota Moniz and Dave Bush, William Dunham, Dylan Walterman, Mark Beeman, and Thomas Walter round out the field. And just like that, music will fade, pace car down and away, engines will come to life, and here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Outside lane taken by that 98 of Shelley. He goes right to the wing. No battle whatsoever for that top spot. Shelley gonna step away. 1, 2, 3 off on turn number 2. Single file already. We got one driver down to the inside looking for a position. Ryan Bird in the 49. We're going to take that second spot away for a moment. Not going to happen. The 10 of Thomas Green going to be fresh on his trail. The 44, Maurice Gamillion, looking for a move on the 17 of Adam Westfield, and that North Star Divine 17 Toyota Camry. Looking pretty sporty here tonight. Has been fast in happy hour. Was quick in qualifying. Let's see where Westfield goes here tonight. Way high through 1 and 2. That's not where you want to be. Side by side now between Westfield and Gamillion. Who's going to win this battle? The late apex, number 44, down on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take the position away. Not going to grab it just yet. Aaron Kralik looking to clean things up right behind him. The 01 Tide Machine. Yes, that was a pun. Absolutely, it was horrible, I know. Westfield able to put the power down a little bit sooner and get back to the gas, and he will secure that position for a moment. The 44 going to have another look inside going into turn number 3. Not going to quite be there. He will clear Kralik. Gamillion solidly into 7th bottom lane. Open up for Cody Reed. Looking on the inside of Kralik now. James Watson and James Trammell back in 10th and 11th. Sounds like we have a little bit of trouble. Cody Reed may have some trouble there. You can see Aaron Kralik up against that outside wall. Contact, I believe there was contact between the 92 of Cody Reed and the 01 of Aaron Kralik. Kralik suffering the worst of that one. Take a look at this 92. Let's see if the fenders are straight. And there you can see some right front damage. I think that may be your two drivers caught up and involved with a little on-track skirmish early here tonight. Lap number 5 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. What do you say we jump around the track just a little bit? There you can see Kralik heading down a pit road. Let's go somewhere a little exciting. What do you say? Let's go out here. Look for a battle or two. Let's see. Closest battles on track pretty much all right here. Then you can see the next group of drivers just behind that 39 Ford Mustang, piloted by James Watson. Trouble. Caution flies for the first time. The Sim box store caution flag flies for the first time here tonight. Looks like the 22 of Mark Demon Dingman a little bit slow to get back going. We'll go back, take a look. Let's see what brought out our latest caution. Oh, just a slow, lazy self-spin, and there it is. Had contact with the outside wall. That's not what you want, but doesn't seem to have been significant enough contact to really put a ton of damage on the rear of that. Oh, I say that, and then there is no bumper cover. This one going to be a little bit more serious than originally thought. Tough break early here tonight for the 22 Ford Mustang of Mark Dingman. He's going to have to head to pit road trying to fix up his machine early here tonight. Fortunately enough, it is early when it happened, so you do have all race to try to recover, but you never want to start behind the 8-ball, who this does help out, though. Look at that 0-1 of Aaron Kralik. He is listed 2 laps down, but out there on the track, I do believe Kralik will receive a lucky dog and at least get 1 lap back. And he can still look forward to that stage break caution coming at lap number 55 here tonight. The one and only stage break coming out at lap number 55. That should allow Kralik to get himself back on the lead lap as long as he can maintain the pace and maintain that first driver 1 lap down. Kralik could find himself back on the lead lap with a shot for a race win. It's going to take a little bit of doing to get it done, but I think we can see, I think we know from past races, Kralik not one to just roll over. Isaac Shelley walked away with your race, with your pole position. There we go, with your pole position moments ago. Has led every single lap here tonight. He came into tonight's race also leading in the point standings. Already punched his ticket into the postseason. So really, Shelley just out here looking for some bonus points, trying to make sure he has a little bit of a buffer zone by the time the playoffs start here in just a handful of weeks. So that's another thing we're going to have to look out for. Is these drivers highlighted in that turn 3 orange, they are locked in, ready to go. They are just trying to build themselves a little bit more of a buffer zone. So maybe they can afford to have 1 bad race in the opening round of the playoffs. Still a long way to go before we get to that. We've got to get through tonight. Talladega, Las Vegas. Also on the list of tracks before we head into the postseason. And it looks like drivers will receive the 1 to go this time around. So on lap number 10, we get the 1 to go. Driver's going to go double file. And get ready to fire things back off here from New Hampshire Speedway. Isaac Shelley electing to take that outside lane once again for the restart. We'll see if he can fire off as well as he did coming to take the initial green flag of tonight's race. Switch to the front stretch camera here, looking at the boss man in the flag stands, hands ready to drop that green flag once again. And on the gas, here we go. Green flag flies. Shelley will bring the field all down into turn number 1. Everybody clean and clear. 2, 3, 4 wide in the back. Side-by-side action now. Battle for that second position. Fonner and Green going at it. The 10 on the outside, 51 down at the bottom. Fonner looking to keep that second position for the time being, but not having any of it is Green on the outside. He will have the run, and he'll take that second spot at the line. Still will stay side by side for that second position. Tell you what, why don't we cue in, get a little closer, watch this battle unfold on track. Almost into that outside wall was the 10 of Thomas Green. Green not scared to throw it on the outside. We watched him with a fantastic race last week at Chicagoland, walking away with his first victory of the season. Could that be the momentum builder, the confidence? Oh, the confidence coming up for him. But now some drivers with some trouble. Looks like Dakota Moniz with some trouble. The number 5 HendrickCars.com missing the hood. He's been involved. William Downham as well as Aaron Kralik. Let's go back. Let's take a look. What do you say we find out what happened on our replay? Latest replay of the night on track incident. There you can see down to the inside lane. There's the 77 Dunham. Oh, gets loose, tries to save it. And more drivers caught up and involved in this one after the 77 had a big moment, tried to save the car, and just unfortunately for a handful of drivers up back in front of traffic. Nowhere to go for that 5 of Dakota Moniz. And Moniz will just, unfortunately, he's gonna have to try to work through that trouble. We'll go. There it is, right there. Oh man, a little bit early here tonight for some drivers. Already on the damage list. The 5, the 77, the 01, all caught up and involved in this latest one. So we'll head back with your race leader, front of the field. Isaac Shelley, clean and clear so far in his Camry, not wanting to come to pit road. Track position may be king here tonight. Because I mean, tires, I don't think tires is going to be a big factor here tonight, race fans. 5 sets of tires down in the pits. That means they've got 6 total. The set they are on now, plus 5 more down in pit road. And I mean, you can do the math yourself. 130. Divide that up by 5. That's about 20 laps or so is all you got to run on a set of tires. You can find yourself coming back down and getting fresh tires for the end of the race. So, I mean, I don't think tire strategy is going to be too overly critical here tonight. I think the fuel mileage, I think that's the one we're going to have to keep our eye on, with our second caution flag flying early here in stage number 1. Will drivers extend this? Will they be able to make it through the entire first stage now without having to come to pit road? And if they do, I mean, that sets them up for taking tires almost any time they want from that point on. So there's a lot of things in the background getting shook up, mixed up right now. We'll see how it all shakes out for a handful of these guys. And, well, a little early. Some trouble here tonight. Handful of drivers down on the pit road. 22 of Mark Dingman. He's had some trouble. Mark Wright has been on pit lane for some time. The 55 will rejoin the race. Back in 17th, Morris Bogan in the 36. He's had an extensive stay on pit road. Dakota Moniz, Aaron Kralik, William Downham, latest drivers caught up and involved in an on-track incident. They are going to find themselves back off of the lead lap, back behind the 8 ball, unfortunately. So Kralik's got some company with some drivers laps down. Unfortunately, Kralik was caught up and involved in that latest incident, so he will not receive the lucky dog this time around. And we will see the iRacing pace car lights go back off, and we'll get set to go back green flag racing, this time by field off of turn 2, heading down the backstretch in the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. right here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Max Motorsports 130. 17 laps already on the board. Just about 115 left to go here tonight, so it's gonna be a quick rundown. I can guarantee you that. Isaac Shelley, your race leader, elects to take that outside lane once again, and we'll fire things back off. Here we go, back to the restart box, and on the gas, green flag flies. Once again, here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, getting away very well is Shelley. That outside lane really working for him on these restarts, but here comes the 10. Thomas Green able to get up through the gears and through 1 and 2 very well. The 10 with a shot at it. He looks inside for a moment, gonna think better of it. And whoa, Shelley runs wide. Shelley runs wide in 3 and 4. Oh, contact! Slight contact between your top two. They both have to jump out of the gas. That's going to allow that 49 of Ryan Bird to come up in the mix down on the bottom of the racetrack. He goes looking to take that second position away. Will we see a slide job? No, not going to clear. It was almost there. Here comes Max Bonner in that 51 Max Motorsports machine. He's back into the 4th position. Sean Huff-Stutler back in 5th. Huff-Stutler battling with Adam Westfield for that 5th position. Westfield will slot in right behind him in that 6th spot. James Watson, Maurice Gamillion, Bry Lewis, James Trammell round out your top 10. Still trying to take that 2nd spot away is the 49 of Ryan Bird down there on the inside of the racetrack. Trying to put the power down, trying to get the run down the backstretch. There he goes. Back down into 3, and it looks like he'll have the spot this time. Thomas Green goes wide, and he'll keep that 3rd position away from Fonner. Right back on the rear bumper of the 49. The 10 of Green looking to get back by. He'll look to the inside in turn number 1. Getting close, but not quite. Oh, boy. Almost contact between Thomas Green and Ryan Bird. And I'll tell you what, why don't we get a little bit closer, race fans? Let's go check the cockpit of that 49 riding on board with Ryan Bird. There you can see the drivers fighting behind as Bird trying to run back down that 10 of Thomas Green. Almost contact between those two drivers. Gotta ask ourselves, is Bird a little hot under the helmet right now, running deep through the center of the corner? And your top 3 beginning to slowly step away. We'll jump back out of the car, give you a little bit more action on the track. Dave Bush making a handful of passes. Let's go back, check out this Cortiva number 53 Chevy ZL1 Camaro making a pass on Walterman. Morales and Walterman going at it right here. That's going to be 13th and 14th on track. They've got Morris Bogan and Dakota Moniz right behind them. That 5 HendrickCars.com machine with some early trouble. No front. Oh, no hood pins, no hood anymore on that 5 machine, so a lot of aerodynamic issues going on for the 5 for the time being. We'll see how he can parlay his early trouble here at New Hampshire. Will he be able to overcome and persevere, end up with another solid top 5? We'll have to wait and see how this thing plays out, how it goes. What do you say we jump around the track a little bit here? Back to Aaron Kralik trying to run down these race leaders and trying to get his laps back. And it's going to be hard pressed here. Kralik sitting back in the 20th position. Whoa, and contact. The 5 almost goes around. How did he save it? How did Moniz save that? A little bit of landscaping duties here, free of charge. No bill going to be passed on to the track. The HendrickCars.com number 5 of Moniz struggling with some grip here. From New Hampshire as lap number 25 now goes on the board. Let's head back up towards the front of the field. Why don't we take a little look at this battle that's beginning to unfold? Maurice Gamillion, James Trammell, Rye Lewis. How about Lewis in that Carolina Blue 41 Toyota Camry right behind the Trammell? We've got those two late Apex drivers nose to tail right now. And James Watson, what's going on here with Watson? Slow Watson with a big moment. The Ford driver has a big moment. He's sliding way back through the field right now. I mean, it does look like he may have a little bit of right side damage on his machine, but I mean, it looked like he almost just pulled the parachute out there. Taking a look back now off of James Tremble's number 20 machine, the WC heavy right front damage on the 39 of James Watson. He's had to overcook the corner entry and into the outside wall. Tough little break for the 39. Fortunately enough, whoa, boy, on board with Trammell. Super loose. He snaps it into the outside wall a handful of times. Keeps it heading in the right direction. Left front damage now. Left rear damage as well. The 20 of Trammell with some big trouble. He'll fall outside of the top 10. Dave Bush looking to capitalize on Trammell's trouble. Ken Bush grabbed that 11th spot away. Great run up through the field so far for that 53. He's up 6 spots from where he qualified. Bush is on the move. Let's go back up battling with your top 3 drivers that you can see. Well, let's go ahead and include Max Fodder in that. Your top 4. Just a handful of car links separating each and every one of them. Isaac Shelley leading by half a second. Ryan Bird right there running in second. Has himself about a 4/10 advantage over last week's race winner. Thomas Green, solid 3rd place here tonight for Green. Max Fodder representing well here tonight. The Max Motorsports driver looking to have a fine finish here. The Max Motorsports 130 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And just like that, we'll cross the line this time by with just 100 laps remaining here tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, getting ready for the end of this first stage in just a short 25 laps. Drivers are going to be able to communicate with their crew chiefs what they need. If they need any changes, come down, get 4 fresh Goodyear tires. But a long green flag run now. Last time we seen that caution flag fly right about lap number 15. So drivers have been out there 15, 16 plus laps on this latest green flag run. Just as we say that, we've got some trouble on the track. Trammell and Bush have some contact. Let's go back. Let's check the Simbox Store replay. Taking a look there, you can see James Trammell off in front of that 53 of Bush and Trammell. Oh no. We've seen that at least 2 times here tonight. One driver getting out of shape trying to save it and back up across the track in front of that 53 of Dave Bush. Bush going to pay the price for this one. No front clip on the Cortiva 53. Bush is going to have to come to pit road. He's going to have to fix a lot of damage here tonight. And we'll head back up front with your race leader as he brings a parade of drivers down pit road. 3rd caution of the night flying here. Handful of drivers staying out. How about Ry Lewis? He's going to stay out here, lead at least 1 lap. So that's going to give us our first and only lead change so far here tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Going to roll the dice is Lewis. He'll grab at least a point for leading a lap. And we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Pay a few bills. You know how that goes. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back high above the track with our turn 3 drone cam. Ryan Bird leads the charge off of pit road. The Thomas Green will start just to his outside. Bird electing to take the inside for the restart. The 51 of Max Fonner right there. Second car inside lane. Sean Huffstutler elects to go to the outside in his 94. Maurice Chameleon, Adam Westfield. Rounding out row number 3, Martin Morales with a good run so far, up 7 positions. He'll start in that 7th spot. Could read Mark White, Dylan Walterman rounding out your top 10, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Going to stay high above the track with the turn 3 drone cam for just a moment here. Let's see how the run goes for that 10 of Green on the outside, not able to make up any ground. And look at that 49 of Bird just step away. Get a little closer to the track once again. We got 2 wide for a handful of positions. Thomas Green, Sean Huffstutler going at it here in just a moment as Fonner was able to make that pass on Green. Chameleon and Huffstutler side by side. Adam Westfield, Cody Reed up in the mix. Here comes Reed, that 92 machine. We've seen him have some trouble earlier here tonight. A great recovery from the 92 Ford Mustang driver. Cody Reed making his way back up through this field, back inside the top 10, knocking on the door of yet another top 5. What happened to your pole sitter? Let's go back with a rough shot on pit lane. Tough break for Isaac Shelley. He is way back in the back end, a hornet's nest right now. Picking off a position, he's going to go by Morris Bogan, and now look to the tail end of the 69, and oh, Shane White, save it, my man. Oh, how did he do it? Caution flag still going to come out for that one. A little bit too sideways on the track as and he actually went all the way around the 69. The DSA's sponsored Chevy Z01 Camaro of Shane White goes for a ride. What do you say we check this one out from our onboard camera here for this latest on-track incident? Oh, buddy. Whew. Did you see how fast those two? And there it is, right there. That's what brought the caution out. And well, just like that, that's going to be it. So we'll go back outside the car and back up front with your race leader, Ryan Bird. And back behind the pace car, race leader Ryan Bird leading this field. The 51 of Max Fauner right behind him. Thomas Green, Sean Huffstutler, and Maurice Chameleon will round out your top 5. And as we get set and ready to go, back down the backstretch once again, we'll see the one finger wave. Drivers will have to utilize that choose line. They'll have to tell where they're going here. Speaking of where these drivers are going, 7 different race winners in the 7 weeks of racing. We've got 12 regular season races, and with 7 positions already filled in the championship, I mean, there's only 9 spots left. Could we possibly see 12 separate race winners in these opening races before we head off into the championship chase? We know possibly 4 drivers are going to have to point their way in, so it's very important that these crew chiefs, these drivers, go into damage control mode, that they go out there and they scratch, claw, fight for every single point allowable, because you never know what is going to happen here these final 5 weeks of racing tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We got the big misnomer next week. That's right, you might as well roll the dice, and whatever number comes out, that might be the one that gets to victory lane. We're gonna head to Talladega Super Speedway for one of our 5 North Star 5 races. Man, I'm telling you, things heating up as the regular season is winding down. The iRacing pace car gonna duck off this time around. We've got ourselves a 13-lap shootout to the end of this first stage, and here we go back at it once again. My adrenaline addicts on the gas. Green flag flies as Bird crosses the line. 1, almost 2 car length advantage by the time he gets to 1. Thomas Green looking now to the inside on Sean Huffstutler. Huffstutler stuck at the top of the racetrack. Green gonna make that pass without any real trouble. Adam Westfield right here. Look at the run by Westfield on the outside lane. He's looking to gain a position on that 44 of Chameleon. We've seen Chameleon down there on the bottom of the racetrack all night long. That late apex driver likes the way his machine is turning down there on the bottom of the racetrack, and we should see him try to keep it there. How about this 91 of Morales, though? Great turnaround so far here tonight from where he qualified, the 91. If you can see him sitting right behind this side-by-side battle. Morales looking to break in to the top 5 for the first time, and we've got trouble on track. Sean White seemed, whoa, the 55 almost comes in a little late, and I believe Sean White may have been involved in this latest incident. Let's go back. Let's see what happened here. Oh, there it is. Hitting the outside wall and then contact with the 5. Dave Bush getting collected in this latest one, and I believe Bush, big contact with the outside wall. Let's go take another look. Oh, there it is. Yeah, clipping that 5 machine. Trouble continues here tonight for Dakota Moniz. Tough break for him and his number 5 Hendricks. Cars.com. Chevy Z01 Camaro crew. Moniz is going to have a long uphill battle from this point on, so we'll rejoin the race lead. Back at the front, drivers playing a little bit of games. Nobody willing to go down the pit road with Thomas Green, so he'll jump back out on the track with now just 10 laps remaining here in this opening stage. 5th caution of the night. 3 different race leaders. 2 lead changes. One of them coming under a caution period. Or actually, 2 of them coming, 2 out of the 3. Yeah, 2 out of our 3 race leaders. I had to think that through my head. 2 out of our 3 race leaders grabbed that top spot during a caution period. believe it was the 41 of Ryan Lewis that stayed out on track, led a lap. Let's go back and check him out. There you can see that 41 Toyota Camry driver lined up outside of your top 10 for the moment. The 41 of Ryan Lewis has led a lap here tonight. He elected to stay out, lead one lap, then came down pit road, and Ryan Bird beat the rest of the field off of pit road and hasn't looked back since. Bird looking to capitalize here tonight and looking for a stage win. Short little shootout to the end of this opening stage here in the NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series. Track Racer. Since 2018, Track Racer has been designing and pioneering some of the best high-end value platforms and accessories, all the way from wheels to rigs to even sim box, whole steering wheels now, offering the SimBox wheels, or SimCube wheels, I apologize. Track Racer on the cutting edge of everything you need for your broadcast, for your racing rigs, for your broadcast rigs as well. They've got a lot of different accessories to beef up your race rig at home. You got what it takes to hand out some butt whoopings. If you need a little bit of edge, you need some faster parts, look no further than Track Racer to help you get the competitive edge over your competition. Track Racer has everything you need to complete your race week today. Head on over to trackracer.com. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. We'll see if we make it to the stage end or if we see that SimBox store caution flag fly once again. Pace car down on the way, side by side to the flag, and green flag flies once again here at New Hampshire Speedway. Fauner and Bird going at it. A lot better restart this time for Fauner down there on the inside. He'll keep Thomas Green behind him. Huffstutler and Fauner going to go at it now. Tight little pack around that 10th position, man. Drivers mixing it up. Want to take a look at this race lead. Ryan Bird beginning to step away, so let's jump back here in the back. Hornet's Nest around that 5th position to Adam Westfield, Cody Reed, Maurice Gomillion. He's got Isaac Shelley right beside him. The premier motorsports driver back in contention, knocking on the door of a top 5 once again is that 98 of Shelley. Very fast. Whoa! Almost squeezed it 3 wide, stepped out of it, thought better of it. As Shelley now in a little bit of a rush hour traffic on your local interstate. We all know how it feels. We've all been there. Whoa! Contact, slight contact it appears between that 98 and 44. They'll keep things headed in the right direction. Top 3 drivers all nose to tail down off of turn number 2 and now down the backstretch. Max Fauner has Thomas Green with a big push. Chameleon fighting hard right here, not letting it happen. How about James Watson making his way back up into the mix? And oh, we've got some trouble once again here tonight. Caution flag will fly on lap number 52, and that will be our final caution here in this opening stage. Mark Wright has some trouble. What do you say we go take a look and find out what happened with that 55? And again, it's 55 looking to go down to the bottom of the racetrack, and wow. Wow, that is significant damage right there for the 55. Let's take one more look at it if we can. I believe the Guinness 55 may be done after that hard contact with the outside wall. Just may have thought he was clear there, not quite clear. That 36 of Bogan, and paying the price, heavy price to be paid at that. Tough break, caution flag flies, and that's going to open up pit road for your Simbox Store stage break. That's right, it's time for the Simbox Store stage break. Drivers will be using their button boxes to make their strategy a reality. In a matter of moments, get yours today at simboxstore.com. Simbox Store, you really push our buttons. And again, you know, you guys got to help me here. I've been saying it for a handful of weeks. I'm not sure which button box I want. The Diablo is absolutely fire. The Stormtrooper version 1 or version 2 of the Stormtrooper button box, absolutely fire as well. I need a little help with the decision. Let's see if we can't start a poll. Which one should I get? Which one do I need? I need them both, actually. Could probably go ahead and get them both. Got enough things to utilize 2 of the button boxes for, but that's a whole different other story. Right now, though, the drivers roll back on track after completing their pit stops at the end of stage number 1. Ryan Bird walks away with the stage win. Bird's going to roll off of pit road back in the 4th position here. And with just about, what is it? Just about 60, 70 laps, something like that. Right around 70 laps or so remaining here tonight. I mean, we're right near a halfway point. 10 laps away from the halfway point officially here tonight in the Max Motorsports 130. A new race leader at the front. Ryan Lewis goes back to the point. That's going to give us yet another lead change here tonight under caution conditions. I don't know. I mean, the tire strategy should be good from here on out. Fuel strategy is, well, still looking a little iffy. I think drivers are going to have to make a green flag pit stop if we get that long green flag run. I do believe they will have to come to pit road at least one time. I don't think they've got enough fuel to get to the end. And a little bit of stack up here down the backstretch, getting ready to go back to the green flag. How about the turnaround? We got to mention this. Look at the man over there in, showing him in 15th. I do believe he is going to be listed in 16th for this latest restart. The Tide 01 of Aaron Kralik has found their way back on the lead lap, back inside the top 20. Look for that 01 to make his way back through the field. Pace car down and away, and here we go once again on the gas, and green flag flies from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. First half of the race already in the books. Now Ryan Lewis looking to flex some muscle, show some speed at the front of the field. Big mix-up back through the pack off of turn number 2, coming to the green flag here. Ryan Bird moves back to second. How about the man running in third, man? Shane White. We've seen Shane White have some issues here tonight, but somehow, some way, this man has persevered, has fought his way through it. And White now battling for a spot inside the top 5. He's got the fast 51 of Fonner just to his outside. Whoa, Thomas Green with a big moment. Saves it. No, he's going to be out of shape. He's going around in front of the field, and caution will fly. Thomas Green spins in 3. Just a long, lazy spin there in turn 3 for Thomas Green, last week's race winner. We're going to catch it a little bit late, but there it is. Once again, you get very close to coming back up on track into a lot of drivers' way. That could have ended up a lot worse than what it did. But unfortunately, the fast filter time Toyota Camry piloted by Thomas Green, he's now going to be relegated to the tail end of this field. Look for him to make some big moves to get back up front. Very quick driver. We'll see if he's got the pace to make it back to the front. And as we cross the line this time around, we're going to take a quick commercial break, then head back trackside for all your green flag action. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as promised. iRacing base car lights are off. We're ready to fire things back off this time around. Ryan Lewis still your race leader. Elects that outside lane. Ryan Bird gonna restart just to his inside. Max Fonner, Shane White right there in that fourth position. Off Stutler and Bogan back in row 3. Shelley and Westfield in row 4 for the restart. On the gas and green flag flies as Ryan Lewis gets things going, gets back up through the gears. Close little fight here for third, and Fonner gonna win the race down into turn number 169. Stays at the top of the track. Shane White keeping that fourth position for now, but how about Huffstutler and Shelley going at it? Shelley gonna look to the inside, 2, almost 3 wide into turn number 3. James Tremmel takes his late apex machine to the top of the track. No rear bumper cover on that 20 of Tremmel, but a good run still through that high side. Hornet's Nest right here around that fourth position. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and all racing with each other. We got a battle for the race lead at the front. Let's go check this one out. Ryan Bird down on the inside lane, looks to slide up the track, not going to quite clear. Coming off of the corner exit, he will take back the race lead at the line. The tattoos by Paulie 49 Chevy Z01 Camaro hunting the front, and he's going to grab it this time by. Will we see the crossover? Not going to work out. He looked for it, but no crossover available for that 41 of Ryan Lewis. He'll now lead a trio of Toyotas, all chasing down that Chevy Z01 Camaro at the front of the field. The tattoos by Paulie 49 of Ryan Bird crosses the line and continues to lead tonight's race. We'll go ahead and throw that timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen once again for your race fans. What do you say? Let you follow along just like we do right here in the production booth if you haven't already. Show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy what it is that they do, what it is, the action that they bring you week in, week out right here on the Turn 3 Racing. Close! On the Turn 3 Racing Network each and every Saturday night. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. And as always, as we always say, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here with the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in to say hey or you are, whoa, big trouble at the front. Oh, big trouble at the front. Shane White involved. Big trouble at the front here on lap number 67. Our 8th caution of the night will fly, but we've got some big time trouble now. Go back, take a look, and there you can see the 69 just super loose, comes down, collects that 20, and from there, carnage, chaos at the top of the track. It's going to block pretty much half of the racetrack. Let's see if we can get a better look at this, a better vantage point. Let's see what happened here one more time. We'll go high above the track, and there's the contact on the 44, catches the piece, the 36, the 10, the 01, all coming in, catching a piece on that one. 4-5 drivers caught up in our latest on-track incident here tonight. Tough break for every one of those drivers. And a few in this field may be breathing a sigh of relief, because that means that Fast 10 of Thomas Green, not only is he back in the pack, but he is now going to have some damage. So I don't want to say drivers happy that another driver has some damage and some trouble, but it always puts your mind at ease when some of your toughest top competition has trouble and issues. And pit road now a very busy place. Roy Lewis, Morris Bogan, Thomas Green, James Trammell, Martin Morales, Shane White, Dakota Moniz, Dave Bush, Mark Wright, all to pit road this time around. Those are all drivers caught up somehow in this latest incident, bringing us under caution for the 8th time here tonight. Lap number 70 will go on the board this time by, and we are well past the halfway point here in the Max Motorsports 130. Stage number 1 already in the bag. Ryan Bird leading this field, walked away with the stage win. Isaac Shelley, your pole sitter, he led a vast majority of laps early here tonight. And there you can see the Premier 98 gonna restart in 3rd. Interesting for the 49 right here. What do? Do you take that high side and put Fonner in front of Shelley, or do you put yourself on the bottom in front of Shelley, allowing him to possibly clear that 51? I mean, I think there's going to be some games played here. I mean, with Shelley being your points leader, with him being your pole sitter, you know he's fast, you know he's got a quick car. He was back at the tail end of this field a handful of laps ago, about 20 laps or so ago. He was back outside of your top 15, and here he is now, back inside the top 5, running in the 3rd position. Shelley looking to improve that top 10 in top 5 standing this season. One of the only 2 drivers to go to victory lane. Well, to go to victory lane and have 5 top 5s, 5 top 10s. There's only 2 drivers that have done that. Ryan Bird leads this race. Isaac Shelley right there in 3rd. Those are the only 2 drivers with 5 top 5s in these first 7 races. They're looking to make it a 6 and 8 races. Will those 2 drivers continue to have the speed, continue to have the consistency? Pace car ready to duck off. We'll be ready to fire things off once again. This time by the tattoos by Paulie. 49 of Ryan Bird goes to the top of the speedway once again. That's going to put Fauner in front of Shelley on the inside. Westfield and Reed are the help for Bird. Less than 16 laps remaining, and we're ready to go back. Green flag racing once again. What do you say we go to our flag stand cam, and green flag flies as the drivers run by and down into turn number 1. There you can see everybody side by side, 2nd and 3rd, 5th and 6th side by side, 7th and 8th side by side as well. Everybody making their way off of turn number 2. 36 of Morris Bogan looking to try to keep himself in front of this field, and I think that's going to be hard pressed to get the job done. Heavy damage on that 36 machine has put him behind the 8 ball. Everybody chasing after your race leader. Back down into turn number 1 we go. Ryan Bird still leading Adam Westfield. Max Fauner back in 3rd place. Isaac Shelley, Cody Reed round out your top 5. Back down the back stretch and into turn number 3 we go. Field beginning to fan out just a little bit. Off of turn number 4, quick little look, here we come. Ooh, things getting hot and heavy at the front. Let's go join this battle for 2nd place. Adam Westfield and Max Fauner are going at it. Isaac Shelley, oh, contact! Westfield punt it. Oh, 3, 4, 5 drivers. Oh, and oh no. High-sided like a turtle. Oh boy, not gonna be good for that North Star Designs number 17 machine. He's gonna be high-sided and on his lid. Oh my gosh. A lot going on right there to bring out our latest caution flag. Let's go back. Let's check the replay. There you can see contact between the 51 and the 17. He goes high side. More drivers coming in late. No, just a little nudge at the end is what sent him over. Shelley tried to get him back on his lid, but wasn't able to. It's not every day you see one like that. Let's go back. Let's check this replay once again. There you can see that contact after Fauner slid up the track. 3, 4, 5 drivers caught up in this one, and there it is. Oh no. And that'll put us under caution for the 9th time here tonight. Ryan Bird gonna lead. Oh no. Okie doke in a handful of the field. Ryan Bird, Cody Reed will stay out on track. Looks like the 36 will get himself one of his laps back. Morris Bogan tried to keep himself from going a lap down and got himself a lap back in the process. A heck of a job right there by that 36, still scratching, clawing, fighting for every position at every spot. But what about the turnaround? It's a tale of 2 races now for that 17 of Westfield. He was running well up inside the top 5 pretty much all night long. Gets flipped on his lid. And now he's going to be on pit road for quite some time trying to get that 17 back in a racing condition and get back out on track. Tough break here late in the going. You don't want to have trouble now. It's going to be hard pressed to overcome any significant trouble here tonight as we are on the downhill side of the Max Motorsports 130, right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. And as always, want to give a big shout out to all of the sponsors here with the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. Of course, a big shout out to our title sponsor this season, Track Racer. Track Racer has the cutting edge design and engineering to give you that competitive edge over your competition, offering race rigs, flight simulators, monitor stands, accessories, and now offering those wheels from SimCube. We talked about it. They can give you that little bit extra that you need. Track Racer has everything you need to begin or complete your rig today. Head on over to trackracer.com. And as always, big shout out to Butt Kicker. The future is a feeling butt kicker. Haptic transducers bring tactical feedback to your sim rig experience, delivering the missing car to driver connection that you need to drive faster. Feel every gear shift, rumble, strip, and tire slip with precision, accuracy. Check out Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing. Drivers side by side back into turn number 3. Ready to go once again. Ryan Bird elects the high side. 92 of Cody Reed on the bottom. Dakota Moniz right there running well. He's going to start third. How about that Hendrick.com car? Moniz running inside the top 5 after not having a hood for quite some time here tonight. Finally got that machine fixed up enough to put a hood back on, and he's running well in fourth. Here comes James Watson, 39 with a move. Watson looking for a way into the front, looking for his first race win this season. Ryan Bird, your only previous race winner, inside of your top 5 right now. And here comes Thomas Green. Green caught up involved in an on-track incident moments ago, but now running with, I don't want to say running with a purpose. Every race car driver has a purpose when they come to the track, and that's to walk away with a race win. But now maybe driving a little bit, I don't want to say more aggressively either, but maybe willing to take a handful of more risk. Let's go back on board with last week's race winner, Thomas Green, looking to the outside now on Dakota Moniz. Moniz going to be stuck down there on the inside lane. No choice but to give Green the run on the high side. Green going to move himself back inside the top 5 and grab another position away from the 39 of James Watson down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Green now looking to grab another spot. Top 2-3 drivers battling with each other, and Martin Morales, what a turnaround for Morales. He has made his way up inside the top 3. Morales sits in second. What a turnaround here tonight for Morales. We've talked about comers and goers, where he is definitely one of the big movers here tonight. Up 12 positions from where he qualified all the way back in the 14th position. Morales with a fine run through the field. He's had a clean night of it here tonight. Can that 91 finish this thing off and walk away with a podium position, if not a checkered flag? Morales running well. Morales sits in third. Race leader Ryan Byrne out to a 1.5 second race advantage. That's the biggest lead we've seen all night long. Thomas Green now looks to the inside of the F&G 92 Ford Mustang of Cody Reed. Reed gonna run way wide in 3 and 4, and that will open that door for Green to make the pass with a fair amount of ease. James Watson starting to come up into the mix. How about we go back here with Dave Bush? Bush on his way back up through the field into Cortiva. 53 Chevy Z01 Camaro. We've seen the front clip ripped off of his 53 machine earlier here tonight, but now looking to work his way back towards the top 5 position. Push up 9 spots, sitting in 9th. We'll see how many more he can grab. Battling with a fast Toyota Camry. That's Max Bonner, the Max Motorsports driver, with a little bit of late race trouble. Has fallen behind the field just a bit. Still running well in 8th. We'll see if Bonner can make it back to the front. Speaking of drivers making it back to the front, you've seen a little glimpse of them. You can see him right there going down into turn number 3, catch a glimpse of him once again right there inside of this Tide 01. Nah, it ain't clean looking, but it's good looking right now. What a turnaround for Aaron Graylick. He found himself 2 laps down at one point in time tonight and has found a way to, one, not only get himself back on the lead lap, but also now running inside of your top 10, knocking on the door of a top 5, and we've got another caution on track. A caution on the speedway coming out at lap number 85. This will be our 10th caution flag of the night, and it looks like Shane White may be involved in this latest one. Let's go check our replay. The Track Racer replay out here with the 69 of Shane White, and there you can see, oh, yep, just a, oh my gosh. Wow. That's a lot harder than what we thought it was going to look like. Let's go take a look once again. There you can see that lazy, slow slide coming out of turn number 4 here, and there it is right there. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can immediately see the inch damage smoking machine on the front stretch, and that's going to be it for the Dave Spade Designs.com 69 machine of Shane White. Tough trouble here tonight for a handful of drivers. And we've got things mixing up at the front. We've got drivers to pit road. We've got drivers staying out. Ryan Bird, Cody Reed, Ryan Lewis, Dylan Walterman, Isaac Shelley, James Trammell, Maurice Gomillion, Mark Wright, Morris Bogan, and Shane White. All to pit road this latest time. That's going to leave Martin Morales out on track, and that's going to be yet another lead change for different race leaders. 4 lead changes, 10 cautions on the evening here tonight in the Max Motorsports 130 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, knocking on the door of just about 40 laps remaining here tonight. So just around 40, I would call it about 41, 42 miles left in the official race distance. Who wants it? Who do you think is going to come up and grab the race win here tonight? Not a lot of previous race winners up inside of your top 5. So very interesting to see what's going to happen here over the course of these final 40 laps or so. And man, will we see your Pump and Dump Clothing Company pole sitter find a way to get back to the front? Where is he? Let's go find that 98 of Isaac Shelley. There you can see the Premier Motorsports 98 Toyota Camry of Isaac Shelley. Walked away with the Pump and Dump Clothing Company qualifying award. He's since had a little bit of trouble now running outside of the top 10, sitting in 13th. We'll see if he can get himself back on the lead lap. Want to give a big shout out to our qualifying sponsor this season, Pump and Dump Clothing Company. Get your average Joe duck hunter enthusiast goods from pumpanddumpclothingcompany.com. Once again, that's pumpanddumpclothingcompany.com. And And let's go see about Adam Westfield. There you can see the man that was turtle shelled earlier here tonight. Adam Westfield now listed back off of the lead lap. The North Star Designs driver had a great run going, and then had a little bit of contact, a little bit of trouble, and he went right up onto his lid. Tough break here for that 17 of Westfield, as he's now listed 2 laps down, and the field is double file. So let's jump back to the front. We're ready to go back racing, this time by Martin Morales. Thomas Green will lead the field back to green. Oh boy, here we go. 5 out of your top 6 drivers are drivers that have yet to walk away with a checkered flag. And here we go. Green flag flies once again from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Morales gets off to a good jump. That's going to leave Green in second position, nice and secure. Watson and Kralik going at it for third. Hornets Nest back there, 3 wide with Dave Bush. The Cortiva 57 looks to go 3 wide, and here comes Ryan Lewis, the 41, still clean here tonight, but oh buddy, here we go, 3 wide off of turn number 4. The number 5 of Dakota Moniz up there at the top of the track, the 41 of Ryan Lewis in the middle. Cody Reed was at the bottom, and oh, there's contact, trouble, more drivers caught up and involved in this one. Oh boy, Bogan, Huff, Stutler, we caught up involved in this latest on-track incident. We've seen it kind of happen right before our eyes. I tell you what, why don't we go back, take one more look at it here. We've seen it 3 wide, and just catching contact a little bit late after the fact there. Let's go back. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened here. Just pinball machines out there, it sounds like right now. Just tough break for a lot of these drivers. There you see Moniz caught up involved. I believe that's the 92 also caught up involved. Tough break for a handful of drivers, so we'll jump back up front with your race leader, Martin Morales, back behind the pace car once again. And while we've got a brief moment here, let's go ahead and pay the final bills. Let's go ahead and step away from the track. We'll head to a brief commercial break and head back for your green flag racing right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You're watching the Max Motorsports 130.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Short right at the right time. We're back. Green flag racing here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Max Motorsports 130 for the NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series. Right here from New Hampshire Speedway. Close little action here. James Watson in a hornet's nest, battling for the 4th and 5th position. Ryan Bird drops to the inside. What do you say we go ahead and throw the timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen? Side by side between Bird and Watson. Shelley Trammell right there side by side as well. All 4 of these drivers have been caught up in some on-track incidents, multiple on-track incidents to be, as a matter of fact, in 39 way up the track. And as we watch this, let's go watch that. Up at the front, battle for the race lead, looking to grab that top spot back. Once again, Thomas Green in the front on the high side, and here we go, almost into the outside wall, but a big run off of turn number 4 for the Filter Time Premier Motorsports driver inside of that 10 Toyota Camry. And oh, we got trouble! James Watson and James Trammell going around. It's the James on James of violence here tonight. Here tonight between the 20 and the 39. What do you say we go to the Track Racer replay here? You can see both of these drivers coming down the front stretch. Oh, just on the brakes a little bit early was the 39, and no time to check up for the late apex number 20. And oh, how about the 17? He's going to come and catch a piece of this at the tail end. Adam Westfield's night getting worse as the laps continue to pile on here. Contact sends Westfield flying through the infield grass. We'll keep it out of the wall, but still more trouble here tonight for that 17. Big trouble for James Watson and James Trammell trying to turn their races around, and that will put us under caution for the 12th time. So we'll jump back up front with race leader. Once again at the front of this field, Thomas Green takes the point back. That's going to give us our 5th lead change of the night amongst 4 different drivers. 12 caution flags to speak of here in the Max Motorsports 130. And we are at that 100 lap threshold. Just 30 laps remain. Handful of drivers coming to pit road. Max Bonner, Ryan Lewis, James Trammell, Adam Westfield, Shane White, Morris Bogan, all coming down the pit road. And as we have passed that 100 lap threshold, gonna do a little bit of house cleaning here tonight. We've had multiple drivers with multiple issues. A handful of them relegated onto pit road for quite an extended stay, but we started with 22. We are now down to, it looks to be about 15 drivers left out on the track, with only, it appears to be only 11 drivers left on the lead lap. James Watson is listed 1 lap down. The 39 Ford Mustang driver has had some issues in a tough break here tonight. Watson will find himself falling off of the lead lap behind the 8 ball. James Trammell able to keep himself on the lead lap for the time being. He's back to pit road trying to massage his fenders and trying to get that machine to run just as fast as they can, as we are closing in on the witching hour where checkered flag dreams become nightmares. Who's gonna have what it takes to step it up and finish in front of this field and walk away with the race win? Checkered flag in hand. We've got 4 out of your top 5 drivers have been to victory lane already this season. Just that 91 of Martin Morales down there on the inside. He's the only driver inside of your top 5 that has yet to go to victory lane. And Morales came into tonight's race sitting 10th in the overall point standing, so he is one of those drivers that is in a point your way in situation, but he would like to go ahead and punch his ticket to the postseason if he can to here tonight in the Max Motorsports 130. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. Last week's race winner, Thomas Green, is your control car for this latest restart. Pace car down and away. To the restart box we go on the gas, and green flag flies once again here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Whoa, big run by that 49 down on the inside. He looked like he may go to the extreme inside on the 41 of Morales. Called better rub it back down for a brief moment. The 49 of Ryan Bird now runs in fourth. Morales going to drop a spot to Shelley. Your Pump and Dump Clothing Company qualifying award winner, walking away with the pole position, looking like he's got some speed back in his Toyota Camry. Shelley now trying to track down Green for the race lead. Tight battle right here between Rye Lewis and Dave Bush. That's going to dissipate. That battle's going to go away to 41 with a little bit of a struggle on the inside, as the 53 had a big moment on the high side. He's going to drop all the way back down to the inside lane through 3 and 4. The 41 of Rye Lewis with a big run now. Looks for the crossover. Not going to quite be able to get there. But look for him to dive it down into turn number 1. There goes that big dive into turn number 1 for Rye Lewis. He's going to take that position away for the time being. 53 trying to keep it wound up on the high side. Not going to be able to put the power down and keep that position. Looking for a crossover. Will we see the dive down into 3? No, not going to do it. Not going to be there with 24 laps remaining this time by. Let's head back to some more battles just in front of this one. I'm not going to shift too far. Morales now dropping from first, or second on the restart, I should say. Now back in 5th. We got contact. Some drivers into the outside wall. Tough break there. We'll keep this thing green flag racing, though, as everybody keeps it facing in the right direction. I think Shelley has run down your race leader. Let's go back here to the front. Thomas Green, Isaac Shelley, Ryan Bird, all right here. 1, 2, 3 on the racetrack. Just about a half a second separating your top 3 drivers in total. Thomas Green looking for his second race win. Isaac Shelley looking for his second race win. Ryan Bird looking for his second. Your top 3. All previous race winners. Will this be the night that we finally see that familiar face? Oh boy, Isaac Shelley, big twitch out of turn 4. A big twitch out of that 98 Camaro. We almost seen Shelley into the wall. Big save right there. back into turn number 3, chasing after your race leader. Still Isaac Shelley trying to run down Thomas Green for that top spot. They'll make their way off of turn 4, back across the stripe. Ryan actually into turn number 1 we go. Handful of battles out there, but things starting to get a little bit dicey right around that 8th position. I tell you what, let's go back, watch this battle amongst 3 or 4 different drivers. Moniz, Bush, Gomillion, and Wright, all going at it. 8th, 9th, and 10th on the speedway. Moniz with a good turnaround, man. We've seen that HindrenCars.com number 5 without a hood. We've seen him without the rear deck lid. He's since been able to put the hood back on, but still missing that rear deck lid. Good turnaround here tonight. Damage control. Job complete, if you ask me, from the drivers' crews down on pit road. Moniz running well, knocking on the door of a top 5. Back to the battle here between Max Fonner and Martin Morales. Morales about 3 seconds back. He's got a rear view camera full of Ryan Lewis. That 41 machine, no hood on his Toyota Camry, but it doesn't look to be affecting the aero very much here, as now Lewis will look to the inside in turn number 3. Tight little battle here. We'll go side by side through the center. High side looks to prevail. No contact. Contact. And Lewis will take that spot. Ryan Lewis going to have his hands full now with just 18 laps to go. He's got to almost into that outside wall. He's got a long way to go to catch up to Fonner, about 4 seconds back from this lead pack. Let's jump up here to your top 4 drivers. Your top 3 still within a half a second of each other. Green leads Shelley. Third in Fonner. Back across the line. Just 17 laps remain here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Max Motorsports 130. No disappointment here tonight for the Max Motorsports 130 drivers, mixing it up left and right. That's what it's all about. Looking for their second race win of the season. Are the drivers inside of that top 3? But we've got one of them right there lurking in the background. Max Fonner, out of the Max Motorsports stable of drivers, looking to get his Max Motorsports number 51 to victory lane. Walk away with the title. Sponsor race win. Can the 51 get the job done? He's had a little bit of trouble, but so have the drivers in front of him. But how ironic is that? Your top 4 on track have all had on-track incidents here tonight. Being able to minimize the damage, minimize the losses, and get themselves refocused and back at the front of this field. Your top 4 have absolutely stepped away. They have a 5-second buffer over Ryan Lewis. Martin Morales another second back from there. We've got a 3-car battle going on, 7th, 8th, and 9th on the speedway. What do you say we go check this out for just a brief few moments? Moniz, Bush, and Gomillion. Right there, you can see that 44 lane Apex driver. He's got a little bit of ground to make up to get back to the tail end of Dave Bush. Bush is hounding Moniz right now. Morales losing some pace. Last on the pit road at lap number 68, so some very old tires on that 91 Ford Mustang. And look at that, Dave Bush going to drop right to the inside lane and look to take that position away. No front clip will allow that high side to kind of take advantage. They're not able to get that downforce on the front end to get that forward bite you need up off of the corner. Bush struggling to make that pass. He's now going to look to the outside down into turn number 3 to 91. Morales dropping to the inside. Morales looking to keep the position for now. As these two drivers battle side by side, Ryan Lewis likes what he sees. He's beginning to build a gap, 1.5 seconds separating Busch from Lewis for the time being, and Morales is now going to start that fight with Moniz. Moniz up on the high side, and whoa, we've got trouble. We've got trouble on the track. Caution flag flies here for the 13th time with just 12 laps to go. That means we're going to see ourselves a short track shootout on a Saturday night. Ryan Bird with some trouble. Oh no. Let's go check the Track Racer replay. Let's see what happened here with Bird. Little opportunistic right there. Honor not able to pull that pass off contact. And around goes Bird into the outside wall. Let's take one more look at it here. The space was there. Looking to make the pass. Contact. 49 into the outside wall. He saves it somewhat. What do you do now? What do you do now if you're your top 3-4 drivers? You built a 5-second gap. It has now been erased. Do you risk it and come to pit road? Looks like we're going to have our answers. Handful of drivers coming down pit road. Fonner, Shelley. Fonner and Lewis are going to stay out. Shelley leads Thomas Green, Ryan Bird, Dave Busch, Dakota Moniz, Martin Morales, Maurice Million, and Mark Wright. All to pit road this time around. James Trammell receiving the lucky dog. Trammell will get himself back onto the lead lap, listed in the 11th position. And we're going to have ourselves a short track shootout. Like I said, less than 10 laps to go. Should be right around 6 or 7 green flag racing laps. We drop the hammer once again. Last on to pit road. About 20 laps ago, was this 51 of Max Fonner. Ryan Lewis also to pit road on lap 100, right at about 20 laps ago. Everyone that's going to line up behind these top two, pit road under our latest caution. They're going to have at least 20 lap fresher tires than those top two drivers. Is 20 laps too much? You heard my opinion. You know, I said, what would they do? I'd come to pit road. I'd get those 4 fresh Goodyear. Worst that happens is you get a handful of drivers that stay out like we did. Fonner and Lewis, the only top 2 drivers staying out. I mean, you're restarting a good position. Shelley, Green, Bird, Busch, right there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th on the speedway. They're going to have a big tire advantage. And I don't know. I don't know about the move here for your top 2 drivers staying out at this point in time of the race. But at the same time, I mean, we mentioned it a handful of times here. As the pace car lights go off, we'll make it a quick rundown right here. Race number 8 here tonight out of the 12-race regular season. So drivers don't have a lot of time to secure their final positions into that championship chase. 16 drivers moving into the championship. 7 different drivers already locked in with a race win. So there's only 9 spots left. 5 races after, well, tonight plus 4 more. So it's going to be very critical, very crucial for these drivers that have not been to victory lane to do any and everything they can to try to get to victory lane. That may be what we're seeing for this latest restart. We'll drop the hammer with just 7 to go. Fonner leads the field to the restart box. Wait for it, and green flag flies. Ryan Lewis with a big run through the gears. He'll grab the top spot heading down into turn number 1. And just like that, Bonner may be regretting his decision to stay out. He's going to fall into the... Oh, and contact! Contact between your top two. Shelley and Lewis go off track. We stay. Green flag racing. Max Bonner going to take back the top spot once again. That's going to give us 3 quick lead changes here tonight. We're on 8 lead changes, as now make that 9. Thomas Green goes back to the bottom of the racetrack, goes back to the point, back to the race lead. Ryan Bird now up into second once again. Dave Bush looking to take over third. With 6 laps remaining, last week's race winner, Thomas Green, looking to carry that momentum over, looking to walk away with yet another checkered flag. And can he be the only driver this season to go back-to-back race winning performances and walk away with another checkered flag? We got a spinner in the back, the 55 going around but off track, so we'll stay green flag racing. Admins and officials, oh, and more contact. Bonner with contact with the 91 of Morales. Maurice Gamillion comes in the picture, 3 wide off of 4. They'll sort things out, go back 2 wide. Gamillion to the inside of Morales. That's a battle, 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Let's head back up front, though. With 4 laps remaining, Thomas Green has got the 49, trying to hound him down, trying to run him back down and get Ryan Bird. Be your first repeat winner, the only man with the opportunity for back-to-back race winning performances, looking to get the job done once again this week in his filter time premiere number 10. 3 laps now remain from New Hampshire. Gaps beginning to develop. Drivers beginning to separate themselves. Thomas Green with a great run here tonight, overcoming all sorts of adversity in the filtered time premiere number 10. Toyota Camry comes across the line this time by and sees popsicle sticks on display for the filtered time number 10. Thomas Green has got 2 more laps to go, and he can claim to be the first, the one and only back-to-back race winner here this season in the NAISCC Track Racer Cup Series. And turn number 3, once again, the 49 of Ryan Bird will close in, but not quite enough to get to the bumper. Off of turn number 4, will cross the stripe this time by. White flag flies. Final lap, that's right, it's the one to go. Brought to you by KL Customs, right here in the NAISCC. KL Customs, your home for all your Kyle Larson custom diecast. That's right, if you're a Kyle Larson fan, you're looking for some great diecast, check out klcustoms.com. And off of 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in sight, checkered flag in hand. Thomas Green walks away with your race win. Ryan Bird with a good recovery walks away in second. Dave Bush up 15 spots with no front clip. Bush will finish in third, rounding out your podium. But how about the performance by the man in that filter time premiere number 10? We'll get a little closer to the track for the post-race smoke show. Heading towards the front stretch, gonna give the fans in the stands what they all came for, and that's a smoke show at the end of tonight's race. Sold out, packed house once again here for the North American iRacing Stock Car Challenge Track Racer Cup Series. And on the front stretch, your race winner, getting ready to burn it down. Thomas Green captures the flag once again. Listen to that engine burning it down here on the front stretch. Smoke show well underway, and we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Max Motorsports 130 right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the North American iRacing Track Racer Cup Series. And I tell you what, we won't waste no time. What do you say we go ahead and try to catch up with a handful of drivers that walked away in the podium spots here tonight? Let's see if we can't grab and have a quick word with the 53, Dave Bush. It's Dave. You got me? Dave, it's Dave. Hey, I'm doing good, Dave. How are you? Awesome, Dave. Good to hear. On a serious note, though, man, heck of a race. Good to have some laughs after a tough night for you and the Dark Alliance Motorsports team. A lot of contact. You got the car a little bit worse for the wear, but still a solid finish.
A loose out of 2 and spun it right back up. I locked them up, but there was nothing I could do. So I got a little front end damage. But, after that, I just decided, just keep it clean as I could after that. And the yellows came, so I was able to get as much damage as possible fixed. And the last caution came out, and it was a perfect opportunity to grab some tires, and it paid off.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming races here. I mean, Talladega Superspeedway on tap next week. Then we head to another fast track out in the West. We head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Some great racing there at Las Vegas. And then it's a short rundown before we start the championship chase right after All-Star Week. You're already locked into the postseason. What's your strategy over these final handful of weeks before we head into that All-Star off week kind of, and then into the championship?
Win them all. That's my strategy.
I like it. I like it.
Talladega, it's a crapshoot. So, it's just got to find your right position, get some help out there, see if you can hook up with some friends. Vegas, I like Vegas. It's fast, multi-groove. The All-Star race, I'm like, sort of, I don't know about that one yet, but my goal is just to go out here and win them all, as many as I can. I want to get that second win this season.
Absolutely. Well, with the way you're racing as of late, I expect to see that second win come here very shortly. A great job by you and the crew, persevering through some on-track trouble here tonight, walking away still with a great podium finish here tonight. So before we let you go, Dave, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
First of all, I'd like to thank my wife. She watches. She doesn't really get into the chat so much, but would like to thank her. She is my moral support. I'll walk in there and she'll like, all right, way to go. I'm going to give a shout out to Thomas, man, our first 2-time winner this season. So that's always nice. I mean, we had 7 races with 7 winners, so it's good for him. And the rest of the group, I have fun with these guys, man. They laugh, and great racing. I enjoy every bit of it. And and also would like to let people know that if you're looking for a paint job, just stop on by termitedesigns.epz.com, and I can probably hook you up with something. But and thank you, Dave, for being there for us, buddy. You do a great job. I enjoy going back and watching the replays, man. Thank you.
Well, we do appreciate the kind words, Dave, and from one Dave to another Dave, we'll see if we can't get a Dave in Victory Lane next week. What do you say, Dave?
I think that's a great idea, Dave.
All right, my man. As always, good fun and post-race interviews with you. Good racing out on track by you and the 53 crew. So congratulations on another solid finish, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Talladega.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver walking away third here tonight inside of his 53 machine. Dave Bush walks away with another solid finish, and that's going to move us right along to the man that finished in second place. Let's see if we can dial up the driver inside of that 49 machine. Let's see if we can't grab a quick word with Ryan Bird. It's Dave, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, a heck of a race, heck of a finish, some early trouble, but a great turnaround at the end. How you feeling after securing that second spot here tonight?
Oh, real good. That was one of the most fun races I've ever had on iRacing. We were just on each other all night.
Yeah, a lot of close racing action on a short, flat track. Was there any point, any spot on the track, any one spot, or that really stuck out as a trouble spot for these new next gen cars? We know we're still trying to figure out how they react and how they work on some of the tracks. Was there any particular spot here at New Hampshire that kind of was the rough spot, so to speak?
Yeah, for sure. Turn one is kind of a nightmare with this car. It's really hard to get the car slowed down and really hard to avoid locking up. I guess it's a little bit downhill into one, so you have to brake a good bit sooner than you do going into three, and it's so much more prone to locking up, and any little mistake on the brakes and you're going way up the hill, which you saw a couple times tonight.
Yeah, a couple times a handful of drivers were wide, especially, as you said, especially down there in turns 1 and 2. Not so much in 3 and 4. Looks like all these drivers kind of figured that one out fairly quick. But yeah, some trouble spots in turn 1. Ryan, I want to talk about tonight's race number 1. You walk away with second, but looking at these final 4 races that are left here in the regular season, we've got, I like to call it the Casino Royale. You know, it's a plate race, Talladega Super Speedway coming up next, but then we head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What's your thoughts moving forward from Las Vegas, and do you think you'll be able to get that 49 into victory lane once again before we head off into our championship run?
That's certainly the goal. At least this season, every week it feels like there's an opportunity to win, and I got to do a little better job of making good decisions in pit strategy. I made a mistake on strategy tonight, and that's ultimately what cost me a chance at the win, I think. And yeah, I think I could at least win one more, but the main goal right now is that regular season points championship. It's real tight with me and Isaac Shelley, so that's the main goal right now.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I mean, you brought it up about that points battle between you and Shelley. Shelley having a little bit of a rough go at it, finishing all the way back in 10th. You're walking away with second. You continue your run of top 5s and top 10s. You're one of the, well, you now are the only driver with 6 top 5s this season. So definitely separating yourself in the consistency column. But you may have that points lead. If not, it's going to be really close heading into the Talladega. So job well done on that with the consistent runs here, Ryan. As always, it's a pleasure catching up with you after these great races. So before we let you go, Mike's yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank my teammate for all his help. I know we had a little scuffle out there, but it is what it is. His tips and tricks really helped tonight. Helped me find a lot of speed. Shout out to my girlfriend for putting up with all this sim racing stuff on a Saturday night. And thank you to all the admins and obviously you, the broadcaster, for everything we put on here.
Well, Ryan, I know the admins and race officials appreciate the kind words. We definitely appreciate the kind words. But most importantly, out of all of those, that girlfriend, you're a smart man. I don't know your age, don't need to know it right now or anything, but smart man thanking her first. That's going to go a long way in life. You got to keep that significant other happy, and job well done, my man. And we'll see how you go at Talladega. We'll see if we can't get this 49 to victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, final parting words from a smart young man. Sounds like a young man. We'll call him a young man for now. Ryan Bird walking away second here tonight. And he will continue that string of top 5s. He is the only driver this season to have 6 top 5 performances through 8 races this season. Job well done. Ryan Bird walks away second. That's going to give us enough time to head down now to victory lane. Let's see if we can't grab some words with your race winner, back-to-back race-winning performances. Thomas, how you feeling about that?
I don't really know how to feel, to be honest. That was I've heard of the spin and win, but I've never heard of the spin, wreck, get engine damage and win.
Well, I mean, we're just adding on asterisks and accolades.
I suppose so. Yeah, that was fun. That was a really tough race. It was fun to battle with Max, Ryan, and Isaac there. Just a lot of fun. Glad to get the first win at New Hampshire, my home track. First league race I've ever ran in New Hampshire. So glad it could be P1 the first time.
Heck yeah, absolutely. Well, it's always good to win in front of the home crowds. And want to talk about the point standings real quick with you for a second. I mean, you already got last week's race win to secure your spot into the championship run, but you jumped up a handful of positions with that race win. You came into tonight's race, I believe, sitting in 4th in the points. You got your second race win. How high you think you're going to be able to jump this week?
Not quite sure. I know the top two between Isaac and Ryan. They've been battling up at the front all season. So I'm not sure where I'd end up after this, but definitely great to have not one but two in the bag. So now we can kind of experiment and get ready for the playoffs and try things. Hopefully, knock off a couple more wins.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Thomas, second race win now in the bag. As you said, you can focus a little bit more on that postseason. You can kind of throw some crazy strategies if you want. So with next week's race at Talladega Super Speedway coming up, Talladega always producing some crazy races. Can we expect any big moves, crazy moves, maybe some weird strategy out of you and your 10 team?
Not quite sure about strategy, but I'm probably going to send it.
Well, foot down and send it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Thomas, again, man, congratulations on your second victory in a row, back-to-back winning performances. Nobody can say that they've done that so far this year except you. You're the only man with 2 race wins this season, so job well done. Congratulations on a rough night, turning into a bit of a diamond for you and your 10 crew. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Shout out to my mom. 2 in a row for you. Love you. And shout out to Premier Motorsports. And shout out to you guys for the awesome broadcast.
All right, well, short and sweet, and if that's it, my man, we'll let you head on down to those other post-race celebrations, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Talladega.
Thank you, man.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man walking away in first here tonight. You heard it from him. A little bit of a rough go. Had some engine damage, but still was able to walk away with the race win. Job well done. Back-to-back visits to victory lane. Thomas Green captures the flag and walks away with the top spot here in the Max Motorsports 130. And just like that, you can hear producers hitting the buttons in the background. You know the sounds, you know the tunes. You know it's time for us to run down your unofficial race results right here from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand, the 10 of Thomas Green. 49 of Ryan Bird finishes off the night with another consistent run. Bird walks away second. Dave Bush overcomes some adversity and finishes tonight's race in the final spot on the podium. Dakota Moniz with a great run. The 5 walks away in fourth. Maurice Gamillion back in fifth. Martin Morales walks away sixth. Max Fonner and the Max Motorsports 51 machine finishes out in seventh. James Trammell back in eighth. Ninth place tonight belongs to the 55 of Mark Wright. Your Bump and Dump Clothing Company qualifying award winner, the 98 of Isaac Shelley, rounds out your top 10. Rye Lewis, Dylan Walterman back in 12th. Adam Westfield finishes tonight's race in 13th. The 94 of Sean Huffstutler will walk away from the track in 14th, with Shane White back in 15th. Morris Bogan, James Watson back in 17th. The 01 of Aaron Kralik has a little bit of a rough go. He'll finish multiple laps down back in 18th. 19th tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway belongs to the 92 of Cody Reed. Mark Dingman, William Downham, and Thomas Walter round out your 22 car field here tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Max Motorsports 130. And well, that's pretty much going to be it from us here at the track. So as always, show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them that thumbs up. If you haven't already, remember to tell your friends, and tell their friends and loved ones. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So as we roll up the cords, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.